Welcome back, guys. I know this has been a long time, but we are back. So the last time we were working on the car, I believe we were putting in the rest of the cooling system and putting the new throttle position sensor on the throttle bodies. As you can see, we haven't done much that you can see. But what we have done is we did finally put the new fenders on that we got from the junkyard a couple months ago, and have them mocked up just to make sure they fit, to see where we're going to put the new fenders and drill holes on these and then put our nutserts and so on and so forth. Another major thing we did, we actually removed the airbags and went with coilovers. Well, went back to our coilover springs. So we are back on static. The whole airbag system is in the trunk and it is for sale. Have a few interested parties, but we'll see how that comes about in the next week. We still have to mount our whole entire kit and then figure out if we are going to paint or wrap this car. I don't know yet. I don't know, but we have a package. We have paired with a company called Maxpeedingrods, and they have sent us some suspension items for this car so that we can get it installed and freshen it back up. So let's see what they sent us. So let's see what they've sent us for our suspension. We have front, golly, these are gigantic, front control arm bushings. So those that go right there, it'll be replaced with this, there, like that. So new front control arm bushings. And we have, for the back, let's get these out of the wrapping. We have, I gotta do it with my, we have rear adjustable control arm for the back. So those go back here, right here. So those would go right there, like that. Oh. They look kind of long, but yeah, they're perfect. Right like that. So, that will be another video of us installing all this, because I know the diff has to either come out or slide around to get these in, so it's a little bit of a pain. Those, not so much. We can just kind of drop the bolts, put the and bolt them up and be done. But yeah, we are paired with Maxpeedingrods to bring all this equipment to the E36. We're back on coilovers, back on the BCs. We haven't adjusted the height or anything like that. We haven't even put wheels on it yet. They're still up there. What we're gonna do next is the Brembos here, the Brembos in the rear need to go in place. So those have been in here, buried, as you can see. Perfectly beautiful, just a little dirty, and need to go in. So we'll get these and get the old ones off and get the new ones on. I'll just show you when we're done because it's taking brakes off. So brakes are installed. We have new rotors, so don't worry about the rotors. The new rotors are on their way, but we're just doing, it's just regular E36 M3 rear rotors. So new rotors are on their way, but we wanted to get the caliper bolted up, make sure that all the trimming we had to do on the brake shield was done so that everything bolts up. We actually test fitted our lines, our steel braided lines, but they do not work. They're too short. So they need to be about 2 inches longer. So those are 10-inch lines. We need to order. So we need to order 12-inch rear lines. Not a problem. Just need to order some. But the rotors are on their way anyway. So we still have a bunch of stuff to do. To wait on the back. So yeah, rotors and 135 iPads are coming. We cleaned up the wheel well a little bit so it looks less crappy. We're gonna end up rhino lining the whole inside anyways, but we need to get them clean so that we can start prepping them for the rhino liner. We're gonna do the rears and the fronts in rhino liner. Since these have been beat up and scraped and scratched and everything over the years, so they're gonna get some rhino liner. That's as far as we got tonight. We need to mount the rear kit and the front kit, get it all mounted up so we can test fit everything. We're gonna pull the side skirts off because we're gonna replace, well, you can see we got some new clips, but we're gonna replace all the clips, pull all the side skirts off, so it is being prepped for either paint or wrap. Either way, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to fix all the dents, we're going to prime those spots, we're going to take all the moldings off, all the trims off, everything. It's all going to be stripped down eventually. Then we can, I really just need to put the motor back together and it's done. Just this needs to go back on. Put that back on. Run our MAF and our one vent line to that, and then we're done for the motor. But other than that, we have our bumper coming from the UK and just a general clean. I literally have to, the inside's just filled with stuff from the outside. But if I can get the kit mounted, we get our rotors here. Then we can put our wheels on and then put those wheels up and we can get this thing back down on the ground and actually moving around once we adjust suspension and everything, guys. So, yeah, I'll see you in a little bit. For you guys, this is instant. For me, it's probably going to be a week. Now that the rear brakes are on, we have rear brake lines that we're going to see. We have them mounted here. We need to make them mount into that. Boom. Like that. And we will have our brake lines. So we just need to do that on either side. And then what we'll do is we'll bleed the brakes with our power bleeder and add some more fluid. But right now, what we're going to do real quick is we have new spring perches for the BC coilovers. So we are going to pop these off, pull this down, throw these on, put the spring back on. Just a formality type of thing. So we're going to do that to the front, and then we are going to power bleed. Let's get to it. So we have our new steel braided lines on. We have our brake calipers on. We are waiting for our rotors still to come in, but once they come in, then we'll just throw them on. They're super easy. The fronts are done, as they have been for a little bit. So she is ready to go back down on the ground here as soon as we put in our Maxpeedingrods items, which I think the front control arms aren't the right ones, and the rear ones are gonna go in, but that is at a later date in a different video, guys. So thanks for watching. We are back on this car. We are back doing work, and it feels good. Next video, we'll work on putting in the wide body kit, get it mounted and on, get the BBS wheels on the car, and get it down on the ground so that it is rolling again. But if you don't follow me on IG or Reddit or wherever, we are thinking about wrapping this car a different color, or we're just going to paint the whole thing. We're leaning toward wrap. Kind of want to see if I can wrap it myself. So we will see how hard a job it is.